Evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Doing It 365 with your host, Sir Fluential out of Flags 365. Welcome. First and foremost, let me say Happy New Week to you. We're getting through, we're pushing on. Hope you're feeling blessed, alive, and well. Now, before I begin this amazing episode, I want to remind everybody of the sponsor. The sponsor is BOTB, Best of the Best Competitions, where you can win life-changing prizes, whether it's your dream car, your dream holiday, so much more. So hit that link in the description box below at the very bottom and make sure you enter. It's cheap as chips, £1.50 to enter. You could win your latest dream car. Remember, June the 21st is coming, July is coming, summer is coming. Boris is going to let us out and we're going to be looking and feeling and driving in style. So make sure you do not waste any time. Go and click the link in the description box below and enter the BOTB Best of the Best competition right now to stand a chance of winning an amazing prize. Now, my guest this evening is somebody I've known for quite some time. An amazing woman, fantastic community activist, I would like to say. She might not want to feel that way, but she definitely is in my eyes, and she's done so much for both her family, her friends, her inner circle, and also the greater white Afro-Caribbean community as well. She is a feta, a carnival lover, a historian, and most importantly, she's a teacher. She's an author, and she's a proud Black woman. And March is all about the International Women's Day month, Mother's Day, everything involved. So it's only right. My guest this evening is Lorraine, the author from the Belle and Logan series. Lorraine, my dear, how are you doing this evening?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. It's a pleasure to have you here on Doing It 365, where we're going to chop it up and discuss all things Belle and Logan. Glad that you're well. First and foremost, give us a little bit of background history for those who are just watching for the first time, the new followers, the new viewers. Who is Lorraine? What does she do? And how did she get into children's story writing?
Okay. So I'm Lorraine O'Garrow. I'm the author, creator, owner of the Belle and Logan series. The Belle and Logan series started out as a series of children's books. Currently, there are 3 books in the series, which are behind me. So you've got the alphabet with Bella, you've got numbers with Bella, and you've got shapes with Logan, and Logan is her cousin. The brand seeks to always empower, educate, and entertain young children in various ways. So the books are the obvious form of education, but I always intended for the books to also be entertaining and for enjoyment for the children. So you've got a lot of vibrant colours in the book. Beyond the books, we've ventured into merchandise. So we've got a small clothing range on our website, which is called Belle and Logan, www.belleandloganseries.com. That's where you can find us, and you can find the books there as well. And then beyond that, we do online events. We've done some in-person events. Obviously, we've been quite restricted of late, but where we can, we do. And we just seek to sort of build. I'm seeking to build the brand really beyond even what I've just discussed, which we can explore a little bit later on. You asked, how did I get into it?
Yes, please let us know.
So let's think. So the alphabet with Bella was first published in 2016. It's nearly 5 years actually since it was first published.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you.
I love that milestone.
Yeah, it's a milestone year. Yeah, exactly. And but I had the concept for it even probably nearly 10 years prior to that. I had always I just had this feeling that I wanted to see more children's books that in the market that had characters and protagonists that looked like me. It was something that sort of came to me, like I said, sort of nearly 16 years ago, but or nearly 15 years ago. But I think it sort of niggled at me for a while, and then I thought, well, I'll do it. I'll join the market and create my own stories. And I think it's been an amazing journey because it's shown me just how important it is to have characters that look like Bella and Logan in the market. It has definitely empowered young children. The feedback I get is phenomenal. The encouragement and support I get just validates that choice. And since starting, I haven't looked back really. It's always just, what else can I do? What else can I do? So, yeah.
All right. That is a very, very, very inspiring beginning and history. But let's go back a bit even more. When you were growing up as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, what were the books that you remember from secondary school or even primary school that you were reading, that captivated you, that got your attention, that, made you feel and look at yourself and say, you know what, this represents me, this speaks to me, this speaks to my culture, my upbringing, my sense of self and being?
When you said books that either stuck out or inspired me or sort of stuck with me, I had some. When you said that looks like me or sort of represented me, I think then it sort of, I paused. I very much grew up on books that I enjoyed and sort of even, can pick out some from early childhood, sort of similar age range or a little bit older than this. I was reading books like Peter and Jane when I was first learning to read. That was a key staple in my household. But Peter and Jane, for those who don't know, is a boy and girl, white boy and girl. But it was quite normal when I was growing up to read books that didn't have characters that looked like me on it. And I can't actually think of one that did have a book. I can't think of a book that had a black character on it or someone that looked like me. So definitely got some books that inspired me over the years, but like I said, not necessarily with black characters in it.
Okay. I love that, Peter and Jane. And what was the upbringing like? So you're a young child. Were you born here, or did you come over? Are you second generation, third generation Afro-Caribbean? How did your family and your parents get you into reading and the love of that? Because nowadays we see that the young children, the babies they're glued to the screen. As the thumbnail says, reading time over screen time. Which one is dominating more? And it'd be interesting to hear more about how you got into, or how your family or your parents got you into reading and kept that love for it going.
Yeah. So just to answer the first part of the question, I guess, so my parents were born in the Caribbean. So my dad is from Montserrat. St. Patrick's Day is because
Montserrat and crew, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Big it up, yes.
Lest we forget. And then my mum, so she's from Guyana, which is strictly South America, but always one of those countries that has always aligned itself as part of the Caribbean or the West Indies. So they both came over here as children and teenagers respectively, and then sort of settled down and stayed here. So I was born here myself and have had, I guess, a British Caribbean upbringing. So in the household, I think it was very definitely a Caribbean household, from food we ate, conversations we had, music we listened to. My parents love music. So that very much formed part of my childhood. So Caribbean household, but then you live in Britain, you live in London. So it was sort of blend. It was a sort of natural blend of the two cultures coming together. In terms of my parents, I guess my mum and dad, especially, both of them, they always valued education and encouraged reading as well, I guess. So there were always books in my house. We had all the encyclopedias, the full range, the children's version, the adults version. We had shelves and shelves of books in our playroom. So reading was always it was never imposed on us in a way that felt like it was onerous or something that we wouldn't enjoy, but there was just a plethora of books around at all times. And I think, my dad's an avid reader, so I think you see and then you do, don't you? So we would just pick up a book, and it was quite common in our house to pick up a book. Yeah.
I love that. See and do. See and then you do. That is so prolific, and I feel like a lot of us watching or listening are going to be able to relate and say, yes, you know what, I grew up like that as well, and I felt attuned to that as well. And it's good that you mentioned some of the previous books because it's so important that we captivate or know what stimulates us, what gets our imagination going. How does reading impact you? Because people, I find, read for different reasons. So some people read to learn and grow and go out and then debate in the world, and other people just read to comfort themselves. Like you see people watch TV for comfort and just pass the time. So what kind of reader are you? Are you a go out and learn and conquer the world, or debate in the world, or are you a read for comfort, or are you a read just to keep it with yourself and just converse amongst family and friends about what you found or what you discovered? Or is it more like a reading to self-learn and self-look? Because what I find, especially with women, is that they read like you said, a plethora of books, and it's different ranges, and it's like, hold on, you're reading a book about this week, and then next month is this book. So where do you fit in that spectrum of readers?
Yeah, probably like you said, there's a wide range of books that I would pick up at any one time. So I do read for pleasure. I enjoy reading. I don't always read as many books as I would like to. I always think, oh yeah, I'll get through that many books, and I buy way more books than I get through. There's always a good intention there. I plan to read them. My cousin, who might be watching, Catherine, she reads for fun. She could probably read 3 books in a day if she could, but definitely in a week. She just gets through books for fun, but I'm not on that level. I think for me, so I literally yesterday finished a book called Purple Cow. So that's a marketing book, very just business-based. So I'm always learning, whether it's learning about me, whether it's spirituality, self-development, or whether it's learning about others through autobiographies, or like I said, more business-based books. So Purple Cow was quite a good read. I also am part of a book club, and that book club, I haven't actually been for a couple of sessions. So if they're watching this, they'll probably be thinking you haven't been for a while. But the book I know the book club I'm part of is like it's a female-based book club, and so it becomes more than a book club. It becomes a sisterhood. So you sort of get so much more from it than just sharing of ideas.
Shout them out. Wait, hold on. Shout them out. It's International Month, the sisterhood. Shout out the book clubs. Let people know where they can, because there's a lot of people watching now who are trying to get into reading more, want to find a group, a community, a space, a safe haven where they can find other readers and other women that share their interests. So tell us the name of this book club, and people can potentially come and follow you and find out more about this book club.
Okay, no problem. Well, it's a private book club at the moment. You can join via knowing someone, so sort of be recommended to join the group. So it's not like it's got a Facebook or a Instagram page. So it's not like that. And in fact, the WhatsApp group is just called Book Club. So there are people that you could follow. So there's the two main sort of leads. There's a lady called Yancy Cooper who is on Instagram. I hope she doesn't mind me doing that. And also a lady called Miss Coco London. She's also on Instagram, and she's recently published 2 books as well. So I seem to be in good company with authors. So if anyone is interested in joining, then they can contact me or Miss Coco London, and then sort of, I guess, they can go through the stages of what it takes to sort of join. But yeah, it's an amazing group, and I think that gives me much. When I do go along, it gives me the motivation to read, because you read because you know you're going to share a space to share your thoughts. So you sort of, while you're reading, you're thinking, what points would I like to bring? How would I like to explore this point or these themes? And like I said, on top of that, you just get so much more from it, because you just get the sisterhood. So you end up talking beyond books. You compare things in the book to real life, to personal experiences, and then it's endless where it can go. So it can be a really kind of wholesome experience. I really enjoy it every time I go. Yeah, so I read books for that, and then I just like books. I've got a Carla Natives. I'm just looking up. I've got a Carla Natives. I've even got a book here. I bought this the other day. Haven't read it yet. That's fresh. Africa. I buy everything. I'm into everything. So that's African. And then I'm also a sucker for fiction every now and then, but good fiction. So I loved the Eric Jerome Dickey range.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, but equally, I love the Harry Potter range as well. So I kind of literally have. I'm just.
Harry Potter. Listen, I have to stop you. You see me and Harry Potter. You see me and J.K. Rowling. You see me and Rodney and Hermione. My dog them that, my friend them that, my pals them that.
Do they know
the first book, the second book, the third book, and the fifth book? Prisoner of Azkaban, the Goblet of Fire.
Prisoner of Azkaban, yes.
On.
Yes.
Well, you know about buying the book in W.H. Smith Brixton and sitting down in McDonald's Brixton and reading the first half of the book before going home.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Do you know how bad it is? My mom recently bought me a Gryffindor pillow.
Okay, you're a guy.
Big man like me. And I'm 30 with a beard.
And what did you feel when you got it?
My mom's, I'm like, what's this? But I understand because I still got the Harry Potter books out there.
Yeah.
Still there, like it's on my bookshelf. Pride and joy. Yeah,
did you get the special range?
Huh?
Did you get the special range? They did a special.
No, I didn't get. Once I finished school and I got to college, it was just. It just went straight into like music and partying and dancing and reading Harry Potter wasn't the thing no more because. Now I got to learn about high five and I got to learn how to dress, chinos and all these things. So I didn't worry about Harry Potter, but trust me, you see year 7 to year 9, have it. Real. J.K. Rowling, big up yourself. So definitely continue.
For International Women's Month, then like big up yourself. So hold on, and your mum still got you the pillow only recently, even though that was year 7 ago.
Exactly. So that shows you.
True.
I don't know when I'm gonna find use for the pillow, but it will have its use.
Indeed it will. That's it. So I do enjoy. Like I said, I just enjoy reading. I enjoy books. I enjoy going on a journey with a book, and I guess that probably influenced some of what I was doing. Like I like taking people, immersing someone, a reader into a book because that's how I like to feel. Within a few pages, if I don't feel like I've connected in some way, then there's a high chance I probably won't finish that book. So it's all about engagement.
I love that. And that's a great point now. How, because as an adult, it's one thing to engage an adult. Do you think it's just as easy or harder to engage a child? How did you now take this information, take your palette and create it in a way where it's digestible for children, your children's reader audience and or their parents? Because I'm assuming, I don't know, have you built the book in a way where it's like a teach along, like a read along, like if a parent reads this, they're gonna go, okay, this is nice, and then it's easy dissectable for them to do it with their child or children?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, my books are foundation children's books, so literally you've got an alphabet.
Pick one up and show us, man.
I can pick one up and show you. But like, I think, so to your point, of course, like these are read-alongs because often the child learning the alphabet is learning accompanied by an adult. And so this one is dedicated to my niece. But so this is A is for Africa. So in terms of engagement, obviously it's not going to be engaging in terms of the words, but you can engage children in so many different ways. The content of or choice of item that you want to use for each letter, that was important to me. I thought through every single one. It wasn't just on a whim. I didn't think of the first thing I could think of for the letter A and then move on. I thought of things that I thought would, like I said, always educate, but also empower young children, especially young Black children. So what better than A is for Africa? But on top of that, it was really important that the imagery was really bright and vibrant. So it took me a long time before, I'll show you some more pages, but it took me a long time before I was comfortable with the illustrator that I found, because I really knew what I wanted to achieve with the books. And there are some great illustrations out there, but I knew the vibe and the energy that I wanted to have in the book. So I wanted to know that every time a child picked up this book, they would just be in awe of this character and her journey she's going on. So there's lots, like I said, lots of bright colors you can see. So C is for carnival. You mentioned in your intro that I love carnival. I do. So it was natural that it was going to be in the book. And the two flags Bella is holding are the two countries that I mentioned that I'm from and that she also is from, so Guyana and Montserrat. So yeah, I think that's the way I chose to engage with the children and the readers of this book, including the parents, because the parents really do enjoy the character and the book as well, like you said. And it's just to basically keep it really vibrant, really colourful, cultural references.
I love the gloss finish as well. Like that just makes it pop. I
Yeah.
really do like that. And I have to say, you see the natural hair on the. I know that's you. I know. I just excellent.
Yeah. So this book has got layers. Like it's like on the front of it, it's on the surface, it's an alphabet, but in there you've got self-love themes. You know, love your hair, love who you are, embrace yourself, embrace your moment, enjoy, sing, just be who you are. You know, be free, feel free. You know, Bella's relaxed there. She's just at peace on her island. You know, this could be a Caribbean island. So she's feeling, you know, as free as she can. So there's lots of layers to this, and even down to I made sure, like I said, you've got references like London, because I was born in London, as was Bella. But then right next to it, you've got M is for mango. One of my favorite pages, I'll show you quickly, is these two. P is for planting. The reason I like this page is because most young children initially see it and say banana, and then that sparks a conversation at home, whether you're from a household that knows what a plantain is or not. It sparks a conversation, because normally if the child has said banana, then the parent corrects and says, oh no, it's plantain, like we normally have, or they explain, you know, what a plantain is. And maybe that could be a household that's never seen plantain. They go to the shop if they want to. This is how far you could take it. You go to the shop and say, oh look, this is a plantain, maybe we'll buy it, maybe you can taste it. So this can, and I know it can lead to so much more than just picking up a book and putting it down.
Don't even move from there. Wait, don't even move from there yet, because it's so funny you mentioned that and planted, because I was having this conversation with somebody today here. Some East Africans eat banana with their meals. Yeah. So they have it like with banana and rice.
Yeah.
And somebody must have posted up, oh, why is this person eating? So a Somalian gentleman was doing a mukbang, a tasting of Jamaican food, and he had white rice, banana, some curry chicken, and some salad. And she was confused as to why he has the banana there. And I was saying to my friend that, listen, it's just as like having plantain on the plate. Why would you see it as any different? They're the same taste. They're the same family of food. Am I wrong? Banana, plantain. Because green banana turns to yellow banana if you leave it, and plantain is very similar. It's just a bit bigger, and they're soft and sweet. So why is that shocking to you? And she's like, oh, but that's not like, okay, fine, but it shouldn't totally shock you, because it's the same family of food. Mm-hmm. It's like having chicken and duck. It's two birds, you know, to eat on a plate. So I found that very, very interesting. I just wanted to know, would you be shocked, or do you feel like there's a major difference between banana and thing like? So I love that. That's a good connection of everything, and the planting thing is dope. So continue, please. I'm loving this.
I wouldn't be shocked, no, because green banana, that's in the it's eaten sometimes, but I must admit, planting goes on my plate quite a lot more than green banana. I'm a fan. This page I love a lot, because it kind of just really gives reference to the Queen's royalty of Africa, and I think it's always important to see that imagery. And then just flicking through, we've got S's for still pans, you've got R's for rainbow, and Bella just having fun with the umbrella in the rain. You've got V is for volcano. That's referencing the volcano in Montserrat. In my mind, people don't know that, but I know that. This could be the Kaitua Falls in Guyana, or London's River Falls in Jamaica. Could be, you know, these are conversation starters. Could be Niagara Falls, you know, it could be anything. Xylophone, yo-yo, and zebra. So, like I said, just lots of vibrant colours, lots of references, lots of conversation starters, and I think that's how I choose to engage, and found a way of engaging with children in those books. Simple but effective. Yeah.
What is the age range that you'd say that your books are aimed at?
Yeah, I used to think when I first brought them out, I thought, automatically I was like, maybe 1 or 2 till 5. And so many parents, it's funny, your market will find you and your market will tell you who your age range are. So for the books, people buy them for newborns. Of course, a 6-week-old is not reading that book, but you'll find that a 6-month-year-old parents will be showing that book to that child, because that's when there's, children are starting to become really aware. They're aware of colours for sure, and then beyond. So anywhere from literally naught up to about 5 is sort of the latter end. But you do find that some parents, especially if the child probably would know or could likely know their alphabet at that age, but if they haven't seen this book and then the parents see this book, sometimes they'll get it as another sort of reinforcement of the alphabet, supplementary, because it's just so, it's got such a wealth of culture and references there. So yeah.
I love that. And just want to quickly shout out to the live viewers, the live commentators. Emma JL saying, yes, good geographical knowledge about Montserrat. Once again, big up to all the Montserratians tuned in. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, and happy St. Patrick's Day to you guys. Woo, 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 woo. Drink a beer, drink a Guinness, and have a time. Big up to Davina Ogara tuned in. That sounds like a family member. That could be your sister or someone. Yeah. So, the family tuned in. Coach Grady 3, shouts out to you. So once again, folks, comment, share this video right now. We are speaking to the author, the teacher, the community activist, the carnival enthusiast, Lorraine from Bella and Logan series. Now, Bella is based on Lorraine, partially or entirely. Is now that you've done the book, would you change anything?
Okay. Interesting question. So Bella's partially based on me. She is not me. Bella is her own entity. She literally has a life of her own. People tell me that all the time. And sometimes I look at the character Bella and just think what energy this character, this child has brought to the world. So she's almost taken the energy I had and then just multiplied it just thousands of times, millions of times. Definitely based on me, more than loosely. Like I said, she's from the same countries that I'm from. She likes similar things to what I like. And the reason for that is I thought, make the character that seemed natural to me, also make the character that I wanted to see when I was younger. And I think, I had such a vibrant, fun, enjoyable childhood. And it just felt really natural to pour those experiences into the book and let them come to life in a way that then, has a life of its own. So that was how I sort of came up with Bella as a character. What was the second question?
The second question is, but we'll save it for later, actually, because since you're talking about character building and the creation of them, shouts out quickly to Rachel Bleck saying that she loves Bella and Logan. The family loves them in the house. The books are my first gifts that I've given to my babies in the extended family. So shouts out to Rachel Blex. I hope you will continue to share the books to all your family and friends near and far. It was book day recently, wasn't it? So we want to see children dressing up as Bella for the next book day, and Logan as well. Talk to us about Logan now, the character, because we've heard Bella. We've heard how she's vibrant, she's fun, she's into her natural hair, she's into loving herself, and she's energetic, and she's about her country, which is also very good, by the way, because a lot of times when you tell somebody from the Caribbean, where do they always assume? Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they say Barbados, or they say St. Lucia, and then when you say Montserrat, they're like, where's that?
Yeah,
and they say Guyana. No, Guyana. So it's really, 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 really nice. I really love the fact that you've taken the time to really reinforce and say, hey, Montserrat, we in the place, Guyana, we in the place. And there's lots of children now. Because I think I remember in school, I only knew, and I had one friend from Montserrat. And I only knew about that because I was like, okay, cool. Because we're in the same year, we're in some of the same classes, we're in the same form. I only know about your island because of you. Other than that, there was nobody else. And then as you've grown and grown now, and you come into the soca scene, you're like, right, okay, my goodness, there is a lot of you, and you guys have a presence of an entity, and probably not very well established in London per se, but outside of London, there's a lot of you.
We're there, we're there, we're trying. We're small, but we're mighty. No, we're small, but we're there.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and the same thing for Guyana as well. There's a lot of people that you say, hold on, you're Guyanese. Yeah, you never. Well, I would have thought you was from somewhere else, but yeah, that's big up. So talk to us now about Logan and how does Logan come in now and get into the fun?
Yeah, so I'll bring his book out actually. So Logan's only got one book so far, but I'm hoping to change that this year. That's the intention. So let's see where we get with that. So this is Shapes of Logan. So the books take you on a bit of a journey. So you've got alphabet, numbers, so fundamentals, and then shapes with Logan. Interestingly, this kind of answers the first part of the question, which is where is Logan from? So Logan is half Ghanaian as well, but he's half Mastratian. He's Bella's cousin, so that's how he falls into the mix. So interestingly, when I came up with the character, it was a little bit different to coming up with the character for Bella. It took me a bit longer to come up with him. I knew who he was, but I feel like I'm still getting to know him as I go, and that's just an honest answer. Like with Bella, it was much more innate. It was like, because a lot of it was based on me, but now we have a new character. He's male. He's from a country that I'm not from, and I think, but that's why I love it, because it's kind of encouraging me to even explore and always keep sort of learning as much as I can about who Logan could be, even beyond what I know him to be, if you know what I mean. So I've not yet been to Ghana, but again, I hope to make that happen soon enough when it's possible. And I can't wait. Literally, I've always enjoyed the Ghanaian culture through friends and people I've known, and it was a joy to be able to put that culture into this book and sprinkle it in. So a bit like Bella's, it's not everywhere, but like I said, on this page you get to see where he's from.
Bring it a bit closer for us.
Got his flag in there.
Yes, I like that. Nice. And that's the square. Yep, lovely.
So this book is just, it's fun again, it's light. It just keeps it really simple. I kept the pages always white because I wanted the imagery to pop. What I do like about this book is that you get Bella back. So now anyone who's been following the range gets to see Bella, they're familiar with Bella, and she's back in the book. They're having fun, lots of so similar concept, but now Logan is in charge, so it's quite fun. It was quite fun working with him as well. Yeah, it's good. It feels like it's a journey for me as well, you know, so I enjoy that.
I do appreciate the emphasis and the attention to detail. Like you said, the white background to make the imagery pop. Logan's hairstyle, it's very similar to mine. It's a high top fuzzle.
Yeah, it is.
I love the fact that Bella gets introduced back in, so it does show the connectivity and allow the readers and the readers to say, okay, cool. Well, here's a continuation. This is why you need to buy the series, alphabet, numbers, shapes, and we go from there. So what's the feedback been like in terms of learning shapes with Logan? Our parents, our teachers finding it easier to say, all right, cool, you're going to learn with this now? And how are these books that people can use in school or in their play schemes or in their special educational needs centers?
Yeah, of course. So the books are in some libraries. I know we're in such a weird time. Obviously, libraries are closed right now, but the books had started to go into some libraries and also into some nurseries. So I've done talks at nurseries and primary schools. And when I say talks, I've sort of read the book of more like interactive reading. It's not, you could read that book in 5 minutes, or you can read the book in half an hour. And I've managed to read 2 books in half an hour because I normally do it with someone else, like one of my cousins, and we'll just make it a very interactive experience. We've done presentations at the Tate Museum with them, and it proves always to be really interesting and a really great way to engage with the children. You just need lots of props. So I'll always have like a fresh mango, a fresh plantain, for someone to then pass around for the children to really feel, touch, smell. I always have like some sort of carnival costume. I play music sometimes. Like, it can be as interactive or as, you know, non-interactive as you want it to be, but I always find the more interactive the better. And so in terms of nurseries and young early school learners, they're always really responsive, and the teachers do love it. It's a journey. I would love to get it into more schools, so that's something I'll need to be working towards. But yeah, there is definitely a positive response in schools and nurseries for sure.
I love that. I love the the progression, and it sounds like we're gonna see more characters come out of this now, because what's next from Shapes is gonna be probably another cousin, or probably Bella's sister, or probably Bella's older brother, or maybe it might be a parent that comes in, or so Bella's parents might come in. So who knows? Somebody mentioned earlier the geographical knowledge, so that's good. So probably an uncle come in, or probably Logan's uncle could come in and talk more about Ghana. Or so there's so much room and scope to explore, and I like the intricacies and the time taken. How long did it take you to write or to create and have ready each book? Because you've got 3 books there. So how long did each book take?
Well, I think if you talk about the alphabet, from the time I had the sort of first idea and the concept, that took a while, because I don't think I really thought 10 years prior that I was going to create a book. It wasn't like I'd always woken up and said, oh, I'm going to be an author. So I sort of had this idea, but I didn't really know what to do with it. I thought, I'm sure I need to make a book, but will I? I just sort of questioned it, and sort of kept in my mind, but I sort of dipped into it, dipped out, carried on with my studies, with my work. And so that one I would say took a bit longer. That was more because I think I was just figuring out, how to sort of navigate into the world of publishing and just build confidence even around that. But once I sort of found my illustrator, found my publisher, I kind of then that process went really quickly. The concept I always take some time to think about in terms of like the items I want to put in there, what I want it to look like. So while I don't illustrate the books myself, my illustrator is Kat Lego. While I don't illustrate the books myself, I'm very clear on the vision that I want to have and what I want to be displayed in the book. So down to the minute detail. So it takes some time, but it's more just a sort of marinating process over, you can kind of keep that thinking going on in the background. I would say the easiest book to sort of reference is Numbers. I think once I published the alphabet, I published Numbers pretty much within a year. I knew I wanted to just get that up and running. It was just over a year, in fact, but I knew I wanted to get that up and running and just get that out there. And it probably took me, I don't know, 8 months maybe, from the moment I started through to the end. Just the moment of initial concept through to the end. And some of that is, illustration time, going back and forth with sketches, drafts, then because there's a lot of lead time in that. The illustrator needs to sort of understand the concept, then go away, come back with some suggested images. You go back and forth. There's a lot of sort of back and forth, and then obviously coloured images, then final images, then images for the then putting the book together, then the publisher. So there's a few stages. You can't do it so quickly, because you need to allow for that process. But probably about 8 months. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lovely. So are you now a full-time author, or is this still something that we're juggling with life? How have you been juggling life? Because we've all had a very, very interesting, for want of a better word, 2020. So how have you been navigating yourself as an author and other aspects of it? Are you still working, or is this full-time for you now?
It's not full-time for me now, but sometimes it feels like it is, because in my heart it is. No, I still work. I still have another job that I work in the week, but I just work around that, like how I am now. I just work around it to sort of make sure I can always give it the time that it needs to push it forward, progress it, and see it grow, really. Yeah.
That's nice. That's good. And would you say, what's been one of your major highlights since creating the Bella and Logan series for you to make you say, you know what, this is why I do this. This is the moment, or this is one of the moments where you thought, yeah, I found the purpose and the real passion behind this?
I'd say there are probably a couple of moments I can pick out for sure. one of the ones, it's a repeated one that happens every so often, quite often, in fact. When parents feed back to me and say, my daughter loves your book, and I say daughter because typically, especially in the earlier stages, it was Bella was the only character, and the parents will come and say, my daughter loves your book because she looked at the book and she said, "Mummy, it's me." And to me, you can't really beat that, because that just says so much. The representation and the child feeling seen, that is just, that still blows my mind when I think about it. So that's probably a moment that, like I said, has happened more than once, several times in fact, but when it happens every time, I'm still just blown away at knowing that I've made a difference in a child's life, and hopefully, that goes on to have a ripple effect into many other parts of their life. So that is one. I'd say doing readings at the Tate was kind of a powerful moment as well, not least just because I didn't think I was going to be at the Tate doing anything, performing. I didn't think I'd have any reason to be there, and then it sort of came about. That actually came about. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That actually came about, I must mention, through New Beacon Books. So Vanessa, who does Venus Island, was really good at sort of advocating for authors that she came into contact with, and so she connected us with the Tate, and it was such a great collaboration and something to be part of. So that's been an amazing moment just in itself. And just doing events and things, and just sort of, whether it's online or in person, just seeing the impact that these books are having on children, getting children in a space where they feel safe, where they feel seen, represented, like it all makes such a difference. So probably those are the key moments when I thought, this is great. This is what this is all about. Yeah.
Lovely. Once again, shouts out to the live watchers and listeners and viewers right now. Shouts out Jodie and Alan saying thumbs up. She loves what she's hearing so far about the book. Please, parents, if you're watching, if you're listening, or friends, family, if you're watching and listening right now and you haven't purchased the book, go to the link in the description box below and purchase a book for your own children, your friends' children, your godchildren, your neighbors' children, anybody and everybody. Every child needs this book. Even if they have books already, there's no harm. The more the merrier. Make it a good Christmas gift. Make it a good just here you are gift. Definitely. And shouts out to Sarah Harry Isaac saying Lorraine is so inspirational. Definitely, I agree with that wholeheartedly. 110%. Now, the main question on my mind is your views on everything that's happening so far with lockdown, and children are schooling from home and parents are homeschooling. And last week I had Mama Drama Pod here, and they were discussing, the efforts and the trials and the tribulations of managing your work life whilst being at home and trying to homeschool your children or keep your children busy. Do you feel like the screen time is going to make the children regressive because they're not having as much reading time as they were before?
It's something that I've considered. I don't have the answer to that, but it's something I have considered, I'll be honest. So my sister Davina, who's on here watching, she's got two children. One is of school age and one is a toddler. And because she's in America, her daughter, there's different things happening over there. So her daughter has started her new primary school, but online. It's all been online. Never met her teacher, or maybe she met her teacher in person before, and then lockdown happened, and they've not met. So I think it's so interesting, because on one hand it's amazing that the children can engage still with a teacher, a class. She's got a regular class, a smaller class, but regular class that she can engage with. But what it will look like, depending on how much longer this goes on for, it will be different. I think what I have seen work, though, is that my sister's been really good at finding alternative ways to keep my niece engaged beyond the screen. Sometimes it's more screen time because it's, online activities, but
Yes.
which is another thing. But at least it sort of feels like they're keeping active and not just, staring at a screen. But, going to the park becomes very important. Doing outdoor activities where you can becomes really important. And just doing the things that you can, the rules are slightly different there, but wherever you can in those environments to sort of give the alternatives. But I think it does put a lot of pressure on people because, school normally provides the normal going to and from school in the sort of physical normal realm, provides such social, just gives kids their social experience, I guess, whereas that's lost automatically. And I think it does then mean that the pressure then it falls to the parents to find alternatives. But like I said, I can only talk of my sister, and I can see she's done some amazing stuff in finding alternative ways. It's not easy though. Juggling a toddler, juggling a job, and family life, home life. There's a lot to it. So, and there's not much breathing space either side because it's been so long now as well. So, yeah.
Definitely. And to further add to that, because you mentioned the screen time and the online and viewing, would you now, because for folks that are just tuning in, you can also, as well as purchasing the book or the book series, because there's three: alphabet, numbers, shapes. Bella is alphabet and numbers, and Logan is shapes. You can also have the Spotify series where you can listen to it audibly. So this is great for parents that are driving to and from with their children. So probably this is another way now where you could use the screen time but differently, so the child can listen to it first thing in the morning or listen to it on the way to and from the childminder and so on and so forth. Have you thought about doing your series digitally, so it's on, what do they call it, the Kindles and those books where you can read it digitally rather than having the hard copy in your hand?
Yeah.
Yes. So, thank you.
Yeah. So I'll come back to Spotify in a minute. So yeah, ebooks are available. So you can buy my books anyway on Amazon. If you're in the UK, you can buy them at my website, which is bellandloganseries.com. If you're anywhere else in the world, including the UK, you can buy them at Amazon or any actually online good online retailer. So Barnes and Noble in America and Waterstones, etc. The ebook is available on Amazon as well, so you can buy an electronic version of the book. So that is already available. Just to clarify though, on Spotify, that is not the book. It is, I'll come back to it, but it's a Joy series. It's a music series that we've got going at the moment. And I will come back to that because I'd like to just mention about the Joy series. The books are going to be available on in an audible basis. But that's still being developed. And once that's ready, I'll let people know. Don't worry, I'll be sure to let people know. So Spotify, I'll step back one bit. Basically, we have this year, the theme for the brand is joy. And it's just exactly to your point you raised earlier. This has been an interesting 12 months. And I think with all the struggles that we've just discussed of, juggling everything, we just felt that actually injecting joy into people's lives, timelines was so important. So the theme for the year is joy. If you follow us on social media, you'll see we've been posting lots of joyful pictures. We took some time out last year and just got a few kids together in the studio and just did some really energizing, joyful pictures and captures. So that's what we've been posting and flooding the timelines with. But on top of that, we've created a joy playlist on Spotify, which anyone who follows us or anyone can just message us or share a post, a video, and tag us in it and say, I would like to add this song to the playlist. And we've had quite a few entrants already. And so every time we get another recommendation, we add it to the list. And so the list is growing. So it's just a list of songs that you can press play and inject a fun, joyful energy into your day. Great for the start of your day. Like every single song that's on there literally is uplifting. And there's such a range. As you know, I love soca, but we've got all sorts on there. So it's just for anyone that really just wants to uplift their day and feel really joyful. And we're doing more on that. We'll be doing mixes and things as well coming up. So we're keeping the energy up. And later on this year, sorry?
That sounds really nice.
Yes, it is. It really is. It's been so fun to curate as well. And I think so later on this year, we've got Joy Day itself, which we're starting to, we're just still working in the background on how we're going to share that with the world, but it's coming very soon. And so in the next few weeks, you'll be hearing about Joy Day and how to get involved with that. So it's just a way to keep children engaged, both online but also offline, and just give people an opportunity to just have fun in 2021. That almost rhymes.
I was just about to say that it did almost right. That is truly splendid news. I love that. Once again, shouts out to all of our listeners listening in live, watching in live as well. Shouts out to John Ogaro.
Oh, it's my dad.
That's Daddy. So Daddy's listening in. Very, very proud of you. He's absolutely proud of you. So shouts out to Dad listening in. We're gonna shout out to Solil and Nasir, and we're gonna say thank you so much for listening in right now, folks. And big shout out from Flighty B. Said, yes, Lorraine, you're doing things, you're large. So once again, to everybody listening and tuning in, this is the Bella and Logan series talk with the author, the creator herself, Lorraine. And it's been truly amazing. Representing Montserrat and Guyana. I'm loving it. Speaking on the Spotify and the Joy Day, can we see now you're going to probably introduce again, probably Logan could be, or Logan and Bella could now go into the exercise edition where we have children doing exercise and, bringing like sports day and PE into it now. Because we know, I think that's a lot of parents have been complaining about, again, with the screen time, is the kids are just sitting down, watching something, they're glued to it, but they're not active and up, and that can now give them a sense of lethargy and laziness, and want to utilize their energy in a broad sense, so they can learn here from the same series and then exercise from the same series in a different way that also engages the parents as well. So rather than watching your typical fitness person do up, down, it could literally be a song recommendation from Joy Day into that. Can we see that? And then you're probably going to use Zoom, perhaps. I don't know. Tell us a bit more on how you probably, or maybe that's an idea I'm just giving you there now. Could that work?
It could work, and it has worked. We did do that. So last year in 2020, exactly for those reasons, we were aware that children needed to, more than either just school time online or no engagement online. So one of the things I did last year was collaborated with a couple of brands. So one of them was Party and Paint, which was a paint session online, and you live paint alongside with the artists from the Party and Paint team, and that was amazing. Such a great take up, and the kids came up with some amazing artwork and tagged us all in it, and it was so fun. So that was a great collaboration. But in terms of the fitness, I myself am a person that likes to keep fit. I work out a couple of times a week. I find a way to still do it in these times, whether it's online or in the park. I still get out there even in these cold days because it's important. It grounds me, and I find it it's a way of life for me. So for me, it was natural to sort of go down that route. So last year, the brand Belle and Logan series collaborated with Pocket Rocket team, and that's led by Rona. And so she sort of led, as a part of a partnership with us, a series of weekly sessions for the children online, and it was Caribbean dance sessions, and they were so well received. Literally, we had sort of a core set of children that would tune every week, and we literally got to know them online, obviously, of course, with their parents being aware and their permission. And what we found was we built a little community, and I think the parents really were grateful for both the art and the dance sessions, just because it gave the children something to engage with, a community to be part of, and something different to do to keep them active and stimulated. What was really good is when the world opened up a little bit in summer, we were able to sort of take advantage of that, and we did a couple of events in person. So we did do a sports day, which was so great. That was such a great energy. We were in Clapham Park, Clapham Common, and we literally just had a good number of children just doing a series of activities. We had prizes, we had, stations for them to do other things beyond sports. They did a dance. It was just such a great day. And And then after that, we did a carnival, a mini carnival for them at the Come Lime With Us venue in on the South Bank.
South Bank, yes, yes,
So,
nice, nice.
so again, that was in partnership with Rocket with Ray Pocket Rocket. So yeah, we have done that, and so and it has had such a great uptake. This year's a little bit different with, you know, the kids are at school now, sort of back and forth, so it hasn't had that sort of same continuity. But yeah,
And we're still early in the year as well. We're still very early in the year as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is dope. You're doing a lot. You've done a lot. What else? What's next? What other exclusives or secrets have you got lined up for 2021? Now, 2020 sounded like it was busy, but very fun for you and the brand. So what can we expect from Bella and Logan in 2021?
Yeah, okay. So we've got Joy Day, that's coming. I'm going to start working on the fourth book. Whether, like I said, it's normally about an 8-month process. So whether I can squeeze it into 2021 or if it goes into 2022, we'll see. But it will be coming. We'll be launching more merchandise on the website. So you can look out for that. And like I said, you can already currently purchase some merchandise at our website, bellandloganseries.com. Another plug. Beyond that, I am literally in the early stages of developing my YouTube channel.
Right.
But I'm excited. So let's see what that looks like. But I have some big ideas for that. So let's see what that looks like. Been working with the Cam King group, and they've been really helpful, really amazing. And yeah, we'll see what magic we can create. Other than that, other things are probably more longer term, but I really plan to sort of build the brand in a way that just, you know, it just captures the excitement and engagement of young children in all ways.
Always. You're inspirational. As it was said earlier, inspirational. You're phenomenal. You're doing great things. And I'm so pleased to be able to have this conversation with you because from the look of the books, from what I've seen, it's really impacting and important, the representation that our young black children are coming up having and seeing a book that, as you said earlier, the young girl said, "Mommy, that is me." The young boys are gonna say, "Daddy, that's me. I look like Logan." And again, like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing next year or the year after children dressing up for World Book Day as the characters from Bella and Logan series. Because for me, that's when I'm gonna say, yes, we reach our next milestone now, and it's only right. And they're gonna be in the carnival costumes, or they're gonna be in the African attire costumes, and they're gonna look and feel that sense of pride from so early. Is so important. It's so integral to have that instilled and continued. Will you be doing books for older children as well? So you said right now it's from 6 months to 5 years. Can we see something for 6 to 8 or 6 to 9? Is there plans for that? Or how do you plan to incorporate that? Or will Bella and Logan just gradually grow into that, and then from there, who knows?
I like the way you think. Maybe we should talk after this.
Definitely. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, just to your point about World Book Day, what I must say, actually, a massively humbling moment was, I think it was 2018 was the first time I saw it happen, when young children started dressing as Bella, and every year since for World Book Day, we always get a good few people that tag us in their posts of their children dressed as Bella, and that is that is another moment that makes me just stand back and say, wow, and stand in awe and realize just the impact that I've had on people. And again, for people to be able to have a choice of Bella as an option is just amazing. So yeah, that has happened. I haven't had a Logan yet, so let's see. Let's see.
Coming. Well, to be fair, Logan is still fresh. He's still young. He's only one book here. We need to get Logan up there. He's coming right now. The star is Bella. And, Bella's gonna bring him through onto the stage. Don't worry. I can see it happening for sure. Sure, it is really, really nice. And once again, people, this is Doing It 365. I want to remind you about the sponsor for this episode today, BOTB, Best of the Best, where you can enter the competition to win life-changing prizes, whether it's your dream car, a staycation, a vacation, so much choice. Click the link in the description box below, right at the bottom, and make sure you enter. It's £1.50, £2, something so simple, less than a Morley's right now, and you could pin the ball game and win yourself the dream car. It could be the car you need for the family house or the new car to get the family around, and there's cash prizes to be won. Don't miss out on this. That's the sponsor for this episode today, and most importantly, please make sure you go and follow Bella and Logan series on Instagram. Follow Simply Lorraine on Instagram. It has the links down below. Again, everything you need is in the description box. So right now, you can go and click those links, follow, and make sure you purchase from the website as well. Can you give us a little better picture of the merch, please, Car? We need to see the t-shirts. These are what the kids can wear. It's winter time. Let them see what I go on. Yes, we have the Logan jumpers. We have the Bella jumpers. Summer's coming, so I'm sure there's going to be the summer wear as well. So once again, the website link is in the description box below. It's been a fantastic, beautiful, inspiring conversation with Lorraine. Any last words before we go, Lorraine?
Just thank you for your time. Like so influential said, if you want to stay, up to date with the journey, follow us at Bella and Logan series on Instagram. We're also on Twitter. Logan and Bella is the handle there, and the website is Bella and Logan series, www.bellaandloganseries.com. Thank you for your support.
My pleasure. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. Mommy says well done. Shouts at Erin. So the whole family say I love this. This is beautiful. So once again, folks, this has been Doing It 365. I've been your host, Sir Influential. Make sure you follow us on Flags 365 on every single platform: YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, everything you need. Follow us, subscribe, comment below. What book are you reading right now with your children? Do you plan to get the Bella and Logan series? If you haven't already, which one are you using right now? Is it alphabet? Is it numbers? Is it shapes? And make sure you are following Bella and Logan on IG, and make sure you click the website link. Take care. Have a great day, even people. We'll see you soon on the next episode. Bye.